and I watched you on TV. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you. And always, you have such beautiful voices, and know the strength of your voices always, whether or not you are singing. Your voices are so powerful, and yours are the voices of our country and our future, and always use them in a way that owns the power that you have. And thank you for gracing me this evening with your presence. The Detroit Youth Choir. All right, y'all, so I'm in Michigan again, because I love being in Michigan, and you know, Detroit, I mean, it reminds me of my hometown of Oakland, California. Just so much here, that so many who have come from Detroit, so many who have been part of the national character and the leadership of who we are. There's so much that is about Detroit as not only a measure of our country and its excellence, but also as a measure of the challenges that we face as a nation. And so Joe and I feel a particular sense of responsibility to be here and to be present. You know, Jill Biden was here last week. Joe was in Michigan the week before. We will keep coming back, because so goes Michigan, goes the rest of the country as far as we are concerned. And when I look at what's going on in Michigan, and I know that there have been 130 cases of COVID, when I know that we have mourned the loss of over 7,000 people who have died because of this virus, and I look at that and what this pandemic has done to change the lives of all Americans, what it has done to put us in a place where collectively we are mourning and grieving the loss of life, the loss of jobs, the loss of normalcy, the loss of consistency. And we have an election coming up in 42 days, and Michigan will be voting in 48 hours on an issue that will chart the course of the future of our country in a very direct and immediate way. And so I reference the pandemic as testament to that point. We have a choice, on one hand, of the current occupant of the White House, who, as we now know, not because somebody told us about a conversation they had with him, but because Bob Woodward actually recorded the conversation that he had with Donald Trump, when in early February, it became clear that Donald Trump had been briefed in January and talked in February about his knowledge that this virus could kill human beings and that it is airborne. He understood it so well, he went on to explain the difference between catching something in the air and catching something on the surface. Joe Biden was very funny when he was interviewed about it. He said, well, at least now we know the guy can read. Clearly he got the briefing. But the President of the United States, having this knowledge, also possessing the title and the duty to be the Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America, and thereby having the responsibility to concern himself as a first priority with the safety and the well-being of the people of our country, with this knowledge, went on to call this virus a hoax, went on to suggest that we should dismiss what the public health professionals were telling us. To this day, where we are looking at now the marker, the sad, awful marker of 200,000 lives that have perished in just the last several months, almost 7 million people who have contracted the virus. And to this day, we have a Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America who is holding rallies with no mask, because you see, he has convinced everyone that you're on one side of his ledger if you wear a mask, and you're on the other side of his ledger if you don't.